Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Stout Dad. On today's video, we're going to be getting the Ender 3 Pro ready to print better filaments. So I'm planning on printing a chest with carbon fiber PLA, and the stuff is pretty brittle. See, I just broke that off and it wasn't difficult. And the way that an Ender 3 is set up originally is it has this thing that pumps the filament through this tube, and it bends like crazy to get into here. So we're going to be getting rid of that shitty solution by installing a direct drive. So I got this Creality one because it was a lot cheaper. Some people in the comments recommended I get the Swiss Tech one, and I wish I could, but I didn't really think that it was going to be that much better than this one. So the main thing I noticed is that this thing comes with everything. It comes with the actual clamp thing, so I don't have to remove that metal one that took forever to put on last time and put it onto here. And also it comes with a hot end, so I'm going to have to put my Swiss Tech one in there if I want to print with anything crazy. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this plastic one and I'm going to put the metal one on. So I'll do that. Okay, so I got that on, and that was way more difficult than it had any right to be. But it's on, the metal one. Now I'm going to start taking apart this end, putting in the hot end. I'm going to try to make it so I don't have to get to the CPU, or whatever you'd call it, the motherboard, by just replacing all the stuff that's already in there because it's in good enough shape and putting it onto here. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay, just something to be wary of if you're putting the metal one, the metal clamp onto this, is this plastic spacer doesn't fit. I just spent like 20 minutes hitting it with the rasp and all that stuff, and now I've got it to fit, but just know that this thing is not made to be compatible with this. So good luck with that. I finally got it all on. I've got the metal clamp on and my all metal hot end. This took forever. Getting this blue thing to be the perfect length is very difficult. If you are doing this, what I ended up doing was I got it into this end good, and then I slowly started trimming this part until these screw holes lined up. Then I took it off, put this black thing inside of the hot end, then I shoved the pipe through, and yeah, it seems to work pretty good. So I guess we're going to cover this fan onto it. Then we'll put it on and we'll see how big of a difference it made. The previous thing that I printed was this little dinosaur. I'm going to print the same G-code. I don't think there's going to be a difference. This is pretty freaking good print, but yeah. So I'll put this fans back on, and then we'll start printing. I need to actually install all of this stuff onto the printer, and I believe what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to remove these wheels and the belt, then you just plop it on there. So remove this old one, we'll remove these wheels, throw it on there, and then you throw the belt into those little cracks, and that's what actually moves it. So I'll remove this one. I think you just loosen these screws. Probably just gonna remove the top two, and then I'll remove the belt. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, so I've got this off. It ended up being I think this is 11 mil socket, and then a 3 Allen wrench. So now we're gonna put this part on. So yeah, just remove the top two, put it on, tighten them, and then tighten the belt. How you remove the belt is you grab pliers and you just push it backwards when it's on this. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on. Okay, so I got it on and it is incredibly loose. And I think how you tighten it is right down here on the bottom. Here, it might be easier to see on this. As you can see, it's a little different than the top ones, and I think that is to adjust the tightness. As you can see, that hole is not in the center of the bolt. So we're gonna try doing that. Hopefully that fixes it. So yeah. Okay, I'm back. I got it on. It's all tight. I put the belt on. Just saying, if I could make putting this belt on my career, do it in a second. That was so much fun. And then how you get this thing tight, might be a little bit too tight, but there's this little, I don't know if you can see it, right there, yeah, that nut right by the wheel. You just tighten that. I turned mine towards this QR symbol, so away from the screen, and that's what made it tighter for me. It might be a little bit too tight, but yeah, that's how you get it tight. I'm gonna put this back on, the face back on, and we're gonna print a little Mandy. And it is together and it's tight, all of that stuff. We put the face on. Now the last thing to do is actually connect the motor, and I'm pretty sure it came with, yeah, it did. This little bag has extendo wires in it. So we'll put that on one-handed like a boss. That's a reference. Jeez, I'm old. So yeah, just gotta get these twist ties. You know what? Frick it. We're gonna. No, wait, we got it. Bam! Stupid wire. Then we'll plug it in. I assume you can't put it in backwards. It looks like you put the. Don't want to do this wrong. Yeah. Yeah. It goes in like this. You can tell because the wires are not centered. So you just put them in the way that they fit. Okay, then this goes around here to right here. Yep. Make sure I do it right. Just like. Okay, I'm putting it down. Bam! Okay, it is now hooked up. We've got everything nice and dandy. I think we're gonna just turn it on and print it, changing none of the settings. Okay, well actually we'll look at the levelness, I guess the offset, and then we're just gonna print it. So I'll do that. Just a side note, for anyone wondering how amazing the instructions are on this install, just like the rest, it's probably one of the best ones yet. It actually has no pictures or words that have anything to do with the install. This has to do with the motherboard. You're not installing a motherboard. Why the hell would it have instructions for a motherboard? I would assume that when you're installing it, you would be all logical to just put the wires where the old ones were, but yeah. The most useless instructions I've seen in my entire life. Just thought I'd share. I thought that was fun. Having to figure everything out when I put this stuff in on my own. I thought it was fun. Surprisingly, it actually didn't affect the height much at all. Like I tightened this, I went around and it was all good, so I loosened it again. And yeah, it seems to be working pretty good. So I guess we're gonna start on the print. It's Mandy, who's going to be probably my, we'll see. It might be my new benchmark just because it's funny. So yeah, once that's done, I'll show you guys how big of a difference it made. The other Mandy's over here that I did right before this. That was my last print. So yeah, I'll see you when it's done. Okay, the print's coming to an end. If the sound sounds a little weird, that's because I didn't feel like attaching my mic. But, yeah, it looks pretty much the same, which is what I expected because what I added doesn't really change the quality of print. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope this helped. I'd recommend putting the direct drive in before anything else, just because it's a lot easier to not have to redo everything you did. So yeah, I would recommend this to be the first mod that you do on your Ender 3. Thanks for watching.